Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Have you ever caught yourself staring at your banking app, just sort of swiping between screens, wondering if your money is actually sitting in the right place? Are you maximizing your cash, or are you accidentally starving it of potential growth just because you picked the wrong type of account? Well, today we're going to decode exactly where you should be putting your idle cash. Let's put the two most extreme bank accounts available to you side by side. We're going to throw them head to head in a structured showdown so you can perfectly understand the mechanics of your money.
Okay, let's dive into this. We've got 4 quick steps on the agenda today. First, the bank's primary mission. 2, we'll meet our deposit contenders. 3, the ultimate account showdown. And 4, choosing your deposit strategy.
All right, Section 1, the bank's primary mission. Let's be real, what do banks actually do behind the scenes? To answer that, we just have to look at the textbook definition of a commercial bank. It's a financial institution that accepts deposits from the public and then turns around and gives out loans for consumption and investment. Think of the bank as the ultimate middleman between your piggy bank and someone else's dream of buying a house or starting a bakery, and they do this to make a profit. That last part, that's the key. Commercial banks are always looking for profit, so their absolute primary function, the engine that keeps the whole thing running, is attracting our deposits. They desperately need our money so they can lend it out at a higher interest rate. But because you and I have very different needs for our cash, banks have to offer different types of deposit accounts to win us over.
Which brings us to Section 2, Meet the Deposit Contenders. Let's look at the different ways we can store our cash. And this flowchart brilliantly illustrates the landscape of choices. When a bank tries to attract our savings, they mainly offer 4 distinct paths: a saving account, a current account, a recurring deposit, and a fixed deposit. But for our showdown today, we're completely skipping the middle ground. We are focusing purely on the absolute extreme opposites: number 2, the current account, and number 4, the fixed deposit account. To really grasp the difference here, I want you to imagine 2 totally different personas. In the red corner, representing the current account, we have the busy businessman. This account is built for the hustle. A current account is used by businessmen for regular, daily transactions, letting you move money in and out continuously. Now, in the blue corner, representing the fixed deposit account, we have the patient investor. On the flip side, this account is meant purely to earn high interest income by locking a fixed amount of money away for growth. Total opposites, right? So let's get into Section 3, the ultimate account showdown. It is time to compare them across 5 specific bases. Round 1 comes down to meaning and purpose. Honestly, why does the account even exist? The current account is essentially a high-speed tool. It's operated by business owners to facilitate a massive volume of regular day-to-day transactions, paying vendors, receiving cash, buying inventory, all of it. The fixed deposit, though, is an investment vehicle. Its main purpose is incredibly simple: park a fixed amount of money in a metaphorical vault strictly to earn interest income. Moving to round 2, this is all about access and demand, and this is where the mechanics truly diverge. Current accounts are what banks call demand deposits. This means it lets you withdraw your money anytime via checks, totally without notice. If that businessman writes a check, the bank has to honor it on demand. Fixed deposits, however, are time deposits. You are making a strict agreement where you cannot withdraw early. You can only access it after the expiry of a fixed period. Because of that strict lock-in, they're absolutely not checkable. You can't just write a check against a fixed deposit on a whim. So the crucial point is how this difference in access actually impacts your wallet. That brings us to round 3, the money factor, or interest rates. This is literally the biggest trade-off in banking. With a current account, it pays 0 interest on these deposits. None at all. But on the flip side, a fixed deposit carries high rates of interest. In fact, it's usually the highest rate of interest the bank will offer you. Why? Simply because you gave up access. I really want to pause on this number for a second just to drive it home. 0%. Think back to our very first point about the bank's mission, to take deposits and lend them out for profit. With a current account, because it's a demand deposit, our busy businessman could literally pull every single cent out tomorrow without warning. The bank cannot safely take that money and lend it out for a 5-year business loan. And since the bank can't use the money to make a profit for themselves, they reward you with exactly 0% interest. You get extreme anytime liquidity, but absolutely 0 growth. Okay, on to round 4, the time period. A current account runs continuously for years. It operates on a rolling, ongoing basis. A business might open one and use that exact same account every single day for literally decades. A fixed deposit,
true to its name, is maintained for a strictly fixed period of time. It has a definitive start date and a highly specific maturity date. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer flexibility within that strict fixed period. When you lock up a fixed deposit, you aren't committing for a lifetime. According to our source material, the time period for a fixed deposit can range anywhere from just 7 days all the way up to 10 years. And the golden rule here is pretty straightforward. The longer the period you agree to lock it away, the higher the rate of interest the bank is going to pay you. A 10-year lockup gives the bank immense security to lend your money out, so they pay you a premium for it. Let's pull all of this together in Section 4, Choosing Your Deposit Strategy. If you want to take a screenshot for your notes, this definitive summary table is your ultimate cheat sheet. Let's review the 5 bases of our showdown so you have this locked in. On meaning and purpose, current accounts facilitate regular, continuous business transactions, while fixed deposits exist purely to earn interest income on a set amount. For demand, current is any time without notice and checkable, fixed is locked until expiry and not checkable. On interest, current pays 0, fixed pays high rates. And finally, for period, current rolls on continuously, whereas fixed operates on a strict timeline. It is the classic trade-off, ultimate liquidity versus ultimate yield.
Which brings us to the most important part of this entire explainer. Look at your own money right now. The ultimate liquid account gives you total freedom, but 0 growth. The ultimate locked account gives you high growth, but absolutely 0 immediate freedom. Are you trying to run a daily operation where you need cash right this second? Or are you trying to build wealth patiently over time? Understanding these basic mechanics ensures the bank is working for you and not the other way around. So, the ultimate liquid account or the ultimate locked account? Which account fits your financial goals today? Think about it, and we'll see you on the next explainer.